European allies huddled at NATO headquarters in Brussels in hope to replenish its defense arc. This as U.S. traces its step backwards from the leadership role in the transatlantic alliance. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth did not attend the gathering of defense ministers. His no-show came after Secretary of State Marco Rubio skipped the last meeting of NATO foreign ministers back in December. Ahead of the grand NATO huddle, U.S. Pentagon Policy Chief Elbridge Colby said that NATO should be based more on partnership rather than dependency.
It's time to march out together, to be pragmatic, to be focused on the kind of flexible realism that the national security strategy and the national defense strategy are based on and really exhibit. And I think we have a really strong basis for working together in partnership, but putting NATO kind of a 3.0 NATO that's based a partnership rather than dependency, and really a return to what NATO was originally intended for.
It's rare for members of a U.S. administration to miss a meeting of the organization's top decision-making body, the North Atlantic Council, at the level of ministers, let alone 2 meetings in a row. Undersecretary of War Elbridge Colby was sent in Hegseth's place. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte opened the meeting of defense ministers and emphasized continued support for Ukraine, increasing defense budget, and NATO's response to U.S. security concerns in the high north. Rutte also spoke about NATO launching Arctic Sentry, also aimed at countering Russia and Chinese activities or influence in the Arctic region. Take a listen.
NATO is always on duty to deter and defend. This is why we have just launched Arctic Sentry, giving Russia's increased military activity and China's growing interest in the high north. We will also discuss our continued support for Ukraine. As the United States continues to drive efforts to bring the war to a just and lasting end, Russia continues to pursue civilian targets, including energy infrastructure. So it is still essential that allies continue to step up support, including through NATO's Pearl initiative.
German Defense Minister Pistorius pressed for further European, quote, responsibility in NATO's defense efforts. At NATO's summit in The Hague in July, European allies, with the exception of Spain plus Canada, agreed to President Trump's demand that they invest the same percentage of their economic output on defense as the United States within a decade. European leaders pledged to spend 3.5% of gross domestic product on core defense and a further 1.5% on security-related infrastructure, a total of 5% of GDP by 2035.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.